We start tonight with heartbreaking news as we learn about the passing of Survivor host Scott Probst, the younger brother of Jeff Probst. Scott Probst, who was a key part of the Survivor family, has died, leaving a void in the community. We look into the impact of this loss and remember a brother who was a friend and a son to many.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we turn to a powerful story of resilience as a Holocaust survivor shares her deeply moving experience with Academy students. Holocaust survivor George R. recently spoke to students and faculty at Punahou, sharing his journey of survival and the importance of remembrance. He asked a profound question about where he was on his 9th birthday and shared the incredible sacrifices his family made to survive the Nazi occupation. The next story is a chilling account of a maritime disaster near the Haulover Sandbar. We have survivor Ruth Gutierrez speaking out about the horrific charter boat explosion that left nearly a dozen people hospitalized. She describes the terrifying moments just before the blast and the harrowing escape that followed, revealing the intense danger faced by those aboard the naughty neighbors. And finally, we hear from another survivor of that same explosion, Paula Scott, and her husband Jim, as they share the devastating aftermath of the incident. They detail the severe injuries sustained and the ongoing recovery efforts at Jackson Memorial Hospital, while the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission investigates the cause of the explosion. Stay with us as we bring you the latest news updates. Survivor host Jeff Probst has announced the passing of his younger brother, Scott Probst. Brent Probst shared the sad news via Instagram on Monday, May 11, stating, "Some sad news, our brother Scott is no longer with us. He was a great brother, son, and friend. I will miss him so much. I'm so sad he is gone." A cause of death was not disclosed at the time of the announcement. Comments on the post featured condolences from various Survivor alumni, including Adam Klein, Kendra McQuarrie, and Teeny Carachillo. Scott Probst was involved in the production of Survivor, serving as an art assistant from 2006 to 2008 and as a cameraman from 2011 to 2012, according to his IMDb page. Jeff Probst, the oldest of the three brothers, has been the host of Survivor since its 2000 premiere. The series is currently celebrating its 50th season, featuring fan-favorite contestants such as Mike White, Siri Fields, Ozzy Lusk, Savannah Louie, and Dee Valadares competing for the grand prize. In a separate reflection, Jeff Probst recently discussed his deep connection to the show, stating that he has bled for this show for nearly 3 decades. Speaking to Channel YouTube ahead of the Survivor 50 premiere, Jeff expressed his belief in the show's enduring appeal, asserting that the format is just an incredible format. He acknowledged that while he may not participate in every iteration of the competition, he believes the show has immense potential for evolution, suggesting that changing hosts or producers could lead the series in a completely new direction. Jeff concluded by expressing a desire to remain involved in the show because he loves it. Holocaust survivor George R. shared a deeply personal account of his experiences during the Holocaust with students at Punahou Academy through special WebEx presentations on April 27 and May 4. Born in Strasbourg, France, in 1933, George was 9 years old when the Nazi occupation drastically altered his life. Beginning his address with the poignant question, "Where were you on your 9th birthday?" George invited students to contemplate the reality of survival for a child his age during that horrific period. George detailed the perilous journey his family undertook as conditions for Jewish families deteriorated in France. His father, an engineer, found employment as a valet and doorman in Paris, while his mother, a pharmacist, worked cleaning homes for the Lequian family. A critical turning point occurred in 1942 when George contracted a severe kidney infection, leading to hospitalization, an event he described as the first miracle of his life. This extended stay provided crucial cover, shielding him from Nazi authorities while Jews in occupied France faced arrests and deportations to concentration camps. Before his parents vanished, They entrusted George's safety, family photographs, and vital documents to Mrs. Lequien, who bravely risked her own safety to ensure his protection. Following his recovery, George lived briefly with the Lequien family before they secured placement at a Catholic orphanage known for sheltering Jewish children. Utilizing false identity papers, George remained there for 4 years while his parents were deported to Auschwitz and subsequently murdered. After the war, George was located in the United States by his great-uncle, who had established correspondence with the Lequiens, leading to George's immigration to America in 1946. He eventually settled in Los Angeles and established his own family. During the subsequent student Q&A, George reflected on the internal conflict of navigating his Jewish identity alongside his Catholic upbringing, and how discussions with his grandson have deepened his understanding of the sacrifices made by his parents. He stressed that his ongoing mission is to continue sharing his story to emphasize the critical importance of empathy, remembrance, and understanding one's family history among the youth. George's presentation provided the Punahou community with a profound and rare opportunity to learn directly from a living witness to history. A dramatic incident involving a boat explosion near the Haulover Sandbar has left survivors recounting harrowing escape experiences, as reported by CBS News. Details surrounding the explosion and the subsequent rescue efforts are emerging, focusing on the perilous circumstances faced by those on board. The report highlights the intensity of the event and the bravery demonstrated by those who managed to survive the disaster. A charter boat explosion near the Haulover Sandbar on Mother's Day weekend has left nearly a dozen people hospitalized, with survivors and relatives sharing harrowing accounts of the event. Ruth Gutierrez, who survived the blast aboard the Naughty Neighbors, described the terrifying moments leading up to the explosion. Gutierrez stated she was on board for a friend's birthday party and recalled smelling gasoline just before the blast. Her daughter, Samantha DePina, who was with her mother, translated the experience, noting that her mother only remembered singing "Happy Birthday," smelling the gasoline, and then everything exploding moments later. Gutierrez sustained burns to her arm, back, and hair and was transported to Jackson Memorial Hospital alongside other survivors. Video footage captured Miami-Dade fire rescue crews assisting a passenger aboard a fire boat, alongside scenes of victims being carried away on stretchers. DePina recounted learning about the incident from a friend in Port St. Lucie, expressing regret that she could not have helped her mother. Another survivor, Paula Scott, was also hospitalized following the explosion. Her husband, Jim, shared details about the timeline, stating he received a call around 6:00 or 6:30 p.m. on Saturday evening inquiring about her whereabouts. Paula informed him she was at the hospital and that police were present. Jim later reported that Paula had severe burns covering over 50% of her body, and the last update he received was that she was undergoing physical therapy. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission has launched an investigation to determine the cause of the explosion. Victims recovering at Jackson Memorial Hospital emphasized their gratitude for surviving the incident.